This lesson shows you how to catch and prove an elusive ground offset that only appears under real-world conditions using both a scope and meter, so you can fix the cause and not just clear codes. Intermittent ground faults rarely leave obvious clues. The vehicle may only act up during vibration, heat, or high current load. Scan tool readings can look normal afterward, and parts replacement based on codes alone often fails. Understanding how and when the ground path becomes unreliable is critical. Most critical sensors use a dedicated reference ground circuit from the ECU, not chassis ground. Any resistance or fault along this path can create a voltage offset, shifting sensor signal readings and making the ECU think something else is wrong, especially when only some conditions or loads trigger the drop. An intermittent ground offset may only last milliseconds, shifting the true signal voltage. The ECU might flag a rationality code, store a pending fault, or be completely fooled if the event slips between scan tool updates. The problem often disappears in static tests, making live capture critical. To catch an intermittent offset, use a scope or a min-max recording meter directly across the sensor ground and battery ground, ideally with the circuit loaded and while applying heat, vibration, or movement. Scope reveals fast drops that scan data misses. A meter with min-max may also catch events if timescale fits. The scan tool reports what the ECU thinks happened based on its reference. If the ECU sensor ground has offset, both the signal and its ground move together. The scan PID may read normal, shifted, or implausible values, especially if other sensors share that ground. Always compare scan results to direct measurement across known clean grounds and watch for shifting values. A continuity or unloaded voltage test often passes, missing the actual issue because no current flows. Only a loaded ground voltage drop test, performed during the real symptom or induced by manipulating wiring, will reveal the true offset. Comparing the loaded voltage to expectations is critical before condemning any components. It's tempting to replace sensors or even the ECU when scan data reports implausible values, but many ground offset issues are wiring, terminal, or harness faults. Always compare scan data and measurement, and verify ground quality under symptom conditions before making a call. The diagnostic path. 1. Reproduce symptom with loads or vibration. 2. Probe sensor ground to battery ground with a scope or min-max meter under load. 3. Confirm offset occurs only during symptom. 4. Back probe and isolate branches to narrow the fault. 5. Only proceed to part replacement when wiring and ground path are proven perfect. To solve intermittent ground offsets, always capture the event live. Compare scan data with real voltage across grounds, and confirm the root cause with loaded circuit testing. Never skip to replacement based on codes alone. Proof and comparison catch what static tests miss. By combining live voltage measurement, scope, and smart data interpretation, you can track down intermittent ground faults and fix vehicles other techs would only guess at.